On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Pimp My Setup is sponsored by Elion's i35 headphones. The earpieces are super soft and provide superior comfort. Thanks to the large drivers, the i35 headphones pump out crisp, clear bass, warm highs and lows for an affordable price. The foldable design makes it easy to travel with wherever you go. Get 30% off the i35 by using the code in the description.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 158, recorded live on November 22nd, 2016. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And fun fact of the day, we're not going to have an episode on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. And if you're not in America, you're probably like, no, dude, I'm from Canada. We had Thanksgiving last month. Well, guess what? I don't care. Okay? Because Thanksgiving in America is this Thursday. So sorry, there will not be an episode. But I'm sure a lot of you are like, thank God, I can't keep up with this show. Anyways, so thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a great day. Again, we're live, Twitch, YouTube, 12 p.m. Eastern every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, except for Thanksgiving. I mean, obviously. And yeah, if you didn't know that, now you did. Now you do. And you could go watch. So yeah, 7 setups. Let's get into the first one. Submitted by Lennart or Lennart. Lennart with a T instead of a D. Anyways, whatever his name is 16 and he likes to play games. Wow. Who doesn't like to play games?
So weird they like to play games.
I know. I've never heard someone just come out and say that. Like just like say it out loud.
Personal for me, but
yeah, I maybe keep the personal things to yourself. But wow. So yeah, being serious now. Very interesting setup. I thought at first it looked very cramped, and I still kind of feel that way in terms of the things on the wall. Like, the shadow box is basically like humping the shelf. So I thought that was a little, I get it. You're tight on space there, and what you're trying to do, it's hard, especially when you probably want like a 50-inch TV, but instead it's like the size of your thumb, and the bezels are fatter than your mom. But it's overlapping the poster, which the poster itself on the right side is just way too big. So I think really it's cramped on the walls. The setup itself, though, I don't think it's cramped. I don't think it's like unusable. I don't think anything like that. I just do think that the walls, like, yes, you did a great job with theme and keeping to a very clean, minimalistic, black and red, yet contrasty setup. Great job there, but definitely 100% too cramped. And I think that TV, it's kind of killing the mojo. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, I mean, yeah, we're seeing issues like your speaker placement's not ideal. I mean, really not. I don't understand it. Definitely think that needs to be figured out a little bit more. Not blocked would be the best way to do it. And then I think actually someone just said it in the chat. Yeah, extended mouse pad would help tons, especially because it would follow suit with the black and red. But I think everything else on the desktop is pretty usable. It's not the deepest desk in the world, which I know kind of makes things a little bit harder, but you did a great job with it, and I don't have any complaints about it. The PC, the headphone placement, all that stuff's great. It really just comes down to usability in a certain sense of like, the speakers and stuff, and then really out of sight, out of mind, I guess, like accessories. It sort of goes hand in hand with that. The placement of everything on the wall, I just think it doesn't really make sense. It's very random and cramped. But I don't know how many times I can repeat cramped, but I'll try it again. Yeah, it's cramped. Anyways, that's it though. Great setup, Lennart. Let's go to the next setup, submitted by Jared, who's 22, and his side monitor, which it looks like a TV more so to me, is actually one that swivels to his bed. But I like looked at it, and I think what he means by swivel is it just stays on the base. So it's really not as exciting as he made it sound. And he actually said that he can swivel it to watch porn while he's in his bed. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, that's literally what he said. And I get he was probably trying to be funny. But I thought, like, if it was on an arm and he could like literally pull it towards his bed, that would be cool. But just to spin it, It's kind of underwhelming, not as cool as I thought. So this looks like he's in a dorm, right? It looks almost like he's in like a brick kind of like a concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's not. It looks like he's probably not, because that's a lot of room for a dorm, but it does kind of look like it. And what I mean by that is it's just very bare, and like you got the ugly ass desk color that, you know, goes against that concrete, and then like another piece of furniture because you can never get the same furniture to match what the dorm gave you, blah blah blah. But it just looks so messy, and there's cables, and the speaker placement is god awful, and just the whole idea of what he's going for, it's messy. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So cables, huge issue, especially, you know, coming out of the Astros mix amp to the left where the second TV is, and like it's just a huge mess. It's really kind of sad. I'm not digging any of it. I mean, the poor PC is probably suffocating to death. All the cables and games stacked up against it. The airflow is probably not ideal at all. I mean, you have like 75 different remotes, 37 different speakers, trash cans full. It's just, I mean, yeah, you got one little poster. I guess theme's 10 out of 10. Am I right? But honestly, it just seems like a damn mess, dude. And this, normally I always joke like knock everything off and start fresh, but here I literally like flamethrower, blow the room up, start fresh, because this is just god awful. And at least everybody in the chat seems to agree. And it's sad because, you know, someone just said, Logo Pogo in chat just said, like, I wish I had those monitors. Like, this nice equipment. He has great stuff, but usability, the placement of that TV just looks horrific. And it's sad because he does have great things, and if he cared a little bit more, it would be a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So definitely work on everything and just start. I mean, I really should give you a 0, but I'll give you like a 54 or something. But anyways, let's go to the next setup. Now, this one's submitted by James. He's 15, right? And it's pretty chill. I mean, he's just, 15, having a good time, doing what he does. And you break everything down, and there's only a few things that I'm not a fan of. And I mean, I guess first let's focus on cable management. Great job. Really attention to detail, wire mold, all those different things. Really, it shows that wire management makes a huge difference. If there were cables all over the place, I'm sure your score would have been just butchered in all the other categories, because it makes everything look messy. Now, the one thing I'm not a fan of in terms of usability, though, is the computer placement. That is not ideal. That's really close to your hand. That's not a good idea. Now, I would say put that over to where the HP laptop is. Surprisingly, not a Dell XPS. And put that there, but then you have like this glass shelf, and then like your TV's in a weird spot. So usability was a bit of like that's really where you lost your points for me, because I think the TV, if anything, should be completely overhead of the desk itself. Should go where those shelves are, and that would be ideal. But I'm assuming that was done prior to your setup, and that's probably more so for your when you're laying in your bed or whatever. But I definitely think that needs to be situated, because man, how do you? I mean, obviously you can't use it at your setup, but you can't even put your PC on that side piece because of that glass shelf, and it's really tight on space. And you shouldn't have to put your PC on the floor. I mean, obviously you could put your PC on the floor, but yeah, I think is that oh my god, that is a printer, isn't it? Yeah. It looks like a laptop because it's so contrasted. Like if you look with the silver bezel, it looks like a damn laptop.
Yeah, if you look just like from here, it's like, oh, that's a laptop.
That's actually, yeah, okay, no, it's a Dell XPS 13 printer edition. Cool. Really revolutionary. That's trippy. That's really trippy. I think it's all the black furniture threw me off, especially zoomed out. It looks like a laptop. But yeah, I think the PC's the main thing here, because usability lacks quite a bit. And I'm not being a dick saying that, right, Tom? Like, look at his hand.
No, it's like really, it's like you move to the right, like couple inches and you hit the...
Yeah, you're just destroying the damn computer. So definitely work on that. The shelving unit, I think, is cool. It's organized. It looks like a lot, especially because the rest of the room is so simple. But yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it looks cramped because everything else is so simple. So, you know, maybe do some stuff with the right side of the wall, flow some more color through it. Are you going for the black and red because of the keys? If so, flow that through a little bit more, kind of make it boom right in your face. But not much else to say for him. He didn't tell us much about himself, so can't really give him too much to work with. But let's go to the next setup submitted by Luigi. Luigi's 20 years old. He loves building PCs and working on cars. And he already made the joke. He's like, haha, where's Mario? He's not here. Okay, kill yourself. Like, you know, because apparently that's the joke that he gets told all the time. But there he is. And yes, you're probably like, Matt, how'd he take a photo of himself? Well, he's got a remote little button. He takes the photo. He looks like, yeah, he looks a little bit like he had a rough night or something. Kind of reminds me of when H3's like in his chair and he's like slouched out. Yeah, like that's what it looks like. And he's just like chilling. Really, that's hilarious. So this setup, I mean, he's very straight to the point. He's like, here's my setup. I like building PCs. There's my dope ass PC. But look at the difference here. The PC is not in the way of like when he's moving his mouse around. So that's very important. So I do like that. And it's just like here's my single monitor. It's clean. It's nice. I have my Godfather poster. It's dark colored walls. Wire management, I mean, yeah, I gave him a 4 because we could see that one cable. It's just that one cable. That's it. And there's not much he would do it. And I wouldn't even bother with wire mold, honestly. If anything, I just get like a darker power cable. But yeah, what do you say about this? It's just like, it's simple. I wouldn't say anything else needs to be done to theme because then everything looks cramped. You know, someone said LEDs. LEDs would definitely look great. Someone else said ultra wide. Ultra wide would look really, really nice, but at the same time, it would take up a lot of space and it wouldn't look as things would definitely look more cramped too. You know what I mean? And yes, the poster and the monitor aren't centered with each other, and that's mainly due to the placement of the PC. So yeah, people with some triggered issues will definitely be sitting there like Luigi there, shaking their head back and forth. But yeah, I think it's nice. I do agree with the LED stuff, but I don't know what else you would do. Maybe like a little Luigi pop vinyl in the inside of the case, and then you put a decal that says "Help Me," and he's like trapped in the PC. Anyways, but yeah, I think everyone seems to agree with me here. They seem to like it. It's just all you need to do is add more to it in terms of like equipment upgrades, even though the equipment's perfectly fine. A lot of people are saying add green. The green would actually work, I think, because it would pop like crazy, but it would have to definitely follow the green in Luigi's hat. It can't be like off greens and things like that. But there you go. Great job, Luigi. Let's go to the next setup submitted by Brendan, who's 15. And here's the thing. He likes to collect old tech to make his setup unique, and we could see that. But yeah, he also has a YouTube channel called All I Talk Is Tech. So go hit him up and be like, hey, man, talk about games. And he'd be like, nah, all I talk is tech. And be like, oh, okay. And then you just never go back to his channel because you weren't looking for tech. But really, this setup, so much I want to say that I like, but there's things that need to be worked on. You know, just focusing on the first photo, looking at the setup portion, it's nice. He's got his single monitor. Everything seems good there. No mouse pad, which I'm a little concerned about, especially on the Linmon. I think the subwoofer placement's not where it should be. It should be on the floor. You know, we see all those cables right there. It's not really the best thing in the world. So I'd like to see that fixed. And then I see you got the old school stuff that you were just talking about. That's cool and all, but it's almost as if you're really trying to use it as like a secondary computer. Like, hold on, give me a second. No. Put that, you obviously have an open spot. Kind of display that a little bit nicer. Not as close to your setup. It's a little claustrophobic. You know, it's in a weird spot, to say the least. So that I wasn't a big fan of. And then in the second photo, I like that it's sort of, you know, you're showing off what you got and everything, but I think maybe randomize it a little bit more, like especially the boxes, because if you look at them, it's like tall to short, and it's a little weird. And we don't need to see you have LED strip box, like that's cool, but I mean we don't need that. Yeah, Philips Hue. I mean those are expensive as hell, but still randomize a little bit, make it a little bit more like a display, you know, something at an Apple store kind of thing. And yeah, I mean it's a very simple setup. Not like I mean it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just more so like placement of things and maybe buy some extra accessories. It's just, and actually Demonic in the chat just said it's a very dull setup. It's a very dull setup. No, very dull setup, and I agree. It's very dull. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's just there, and definitely figure it out a little bit. I mean, you actually have. Yeah, someone's saying you have an empty box right there, empty shadow box. Like, why? What? Why? You put stuff in that? That's the whole.
Dreams and aspirations are in there.
Oh, so he has no dreams? Oh man, that's sad. But yeah, I think it's nice, but you got to work on it. And you're only 15, so that's not bad. Let's go to the next setup though, submitted by Winston, who's 32. I think that's gonna surprise some people because they're like, "Oh my god, he's not 10? What a bitch!" But yeah, Winston's 32. His hobbies include building computers, PC, gaming, anime, and working out. His setup, well, it's in his living room, and I think you could definitely tell by the second photo right there because you see his kitchen, and then you could only assume that in the first photo off to the right is the living room section. So it's hard. It's really hard to have, you know, a small spot and make it work and make it sort of disconnect from the rest of the house. So, I mean, apartment rather, because, you know, obviously if he had an extra room to use, I think he would use it. It's not like, yeah, I got a room just for boxes, but, you know, I got my setup right here between the kitchen and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be really hard to live with. Going like you go from the kitchen, you hit your leg on the damn desk, and then you drop your sandwich all over the place. You're like, damn it, I gotta make another one. I got mayo on my damn desk. But I think he did a great job with it. If you look at the first photo, it kind of disconnects from the rest of the room. It shows off that he's got a very great setup in terms of usability. I mean, the monitor placement, all the different accessories, things like that. Definitely shows that he's a streamer. I don't think he made any information about that in the email. Maybe he did, and I just can't read because, yes, I have trouble reading. I'm actually very stupid. I'm pulling it up right now. Hopefully it will load. If it does, I'll tell you. But it does look like a streamer setup, especially the vertical monitor, which is really, really awesome. And someone just made a great point. Jay Cruiser in the chat just said, but you can literally turn your chair and the fridge is right there. If you think I'm fat now, you don't even want to see what it'd be like if I had a fridge next to me. It would just be bad news. I'd be like pulling stuff out left and right. It's like, you know, nonstop. If I was a Twitch streamer and did like a 24-hour stream, I'd probably gain 100 pounds just sitting there. But yeah, you could stream a cooking show. That's a great idea. Spirit Adam 4. It's great. I really love the chat today. Some great stuff. Really, really good stuff here. But yeah, I can't get this email to load because apparently God doesn't like me today. So that's cool, man. Just keep doing what you're doing up there. But yeah, I think the problems really are getting theme. I think the desktop itself, great job. Really, really, really nice. Follows through with sort of like that blue, coldish kind of color. But then, you know, we got Live, Laugh, Love up there, and you can see it up at the top. It's kind of like, I mean, that's cute, but is that really what you're going for? Like, here's my dope ass car. By the way, Live, Laugh, Love. I love it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's probably hard, especially if you're not living by yourself. Like, yo, honey, listen, I'm going to put up some dope ass car photos. And it's like, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. So I definitely see that's hard to do, but let's just put ourselves in Winston's shoes or flip-flops or whatever he's rocking right now and think about that. He did a great job considering his restrictions. So definitely would love to see how you would handle having an actual office for show. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go to the final setup of the day, submitted by Adonis. And when I hear Adonis, I think of orthodontist, but I know that's mean. I'm sorry. He's 15 years old and in the basement. That's where he's at. He's in the basement. You know, his mom was like, get down there and never get up. And it's actually pretty sad because he has one outlet down there, no lights except for the lamp that he plugs in, and they're concrete walls that he cannot drill into since they're renting. Wow. That kind of sounds like you're in prison, dude. You have one outlet? That's like, I mean, damn. Really, though, it's almost like your mom was just like, get down there and get the hell out of my house. I'm not sure how I feel about this setup. I don't think any drilling is required. I don't think you have to worry about that. But you could at least blue tack some freaking posters up or something. But one outlet, they make these really cool things, right? And they're called power strips. And it actually turns one outlet into multiple. Now, I'm sure you figured that out because that's how you powered most of that stuff. So, you know, the sob story of saying that you only have one outlet's kind of like a little over the top. You know, like, I only have one outlet. I have to decide between my damn laptop or a monitor. It's just not fair. So yeah, I definitely think that, you know, a little bit overacting there, but usability, things like that. I mean, people are making fun of the secondary monitor. He's using what he has. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The laptop looks good. It's a simple, straight to the point kind of setup, but you know, this theme is lacking there. There's nothing to do in that regard. You know, the salt lamp. I mean, I guess actually that salt lamp in the corner is off because he ran out of outlets. So now I kind of feel bad. Damn.
He's hiding too.
Damn. He doesn't even have... Damn kid can't even put his damn salt lamp on. Nah, I'm not actually... but seriously, come on, dude. Come on. You know what salt lamps are for, right? They're to give you energy and stuff. And that's why your setup sucks right now, because you don't have the damn salt lamp on. Anyways, I know that's probably not even funny. People are probably sitting there like, ugh. But that nightstand... No, the file cabinet thing right there. Yeah. Are you doing cocaine, my man? Is that what the jail life has done to you? Oh, God. He's going downhill. Adonis is just going downhill. But on a real level, cable management's not that bad. Usability, all those different things. It's just coming down to personality and different things like that. I would definitely work on that. And, hey, man, you're 15. Don't take life too serious. Definitely don't do drugs. And turn on the damn salt lamp. But all right, let's go to the scores. We've got Lennart, or whatever his name is, with a 90, Jared with a 54, James with a 78, Luigi with a 92, Brendan with a 70, Winston with a 72, which I know sounds really harsh, but breaking it down category by category, there were a few things that need to be worked on, and it's mainly due to his space. He would easily have like a 95 if he had his own office, but just wanted to say that. And then Adonis with a 70, which I think was, you know, fair. So what are you going to do about it? We got Luigi in first place. That's it, guys. If you're in America, have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and don't do cocaine, Adonis. Really, Adonis. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Sunday, 12 p.m. I'm having a stroke. 12 p.m. Eastern time. All right. See ya.